Now let us consider the properties of a uniform distribution. So the first property, as usual, it is the mean. Now expectation of x, that is how you represent mean. Okay, now what is expectation of x? Which is equal to integral a to b. A to b is what? The range, right, of what? X into f of x dx. Now, in this case, since it is a uniform distribution in which scenario? Yes, continuous case. Now, you had a discrete distribution also. I hope you remember about that. Now, this is a continuous scenario. Now, here, integral a to b x into 1 by, instead of f of x, you have to write what? The density function of your distribution function, sorry, the distribution. Now in the discrete scenario, what was the density function for uniform distribution? Do you remember that? Yes, it was 1 by n, but in this case it is 1 by b minus a dx, which is equal to 1 by b minus a, I just take it outside, integral a to b x into dx, which is equal to 1 by b minus a. When I integrate this, I get x square by 2 a to b, then that is equal to what? B square minus a square divided by 2 into b minus a. Now this is equal to what? B plus a divided by 2. So this is the mean of a uniform distribution. Now we are going to find out what the variance of a uniform distribution in a continuous scenario. So here mu2, that is, I hope you all know what is the variance. So you represent it in the form of central moments right now. So mu2 is equal to mu2 dash minus mu1 dash the whole square. Now what is mu1 dash? Yes, you already know what is mu1 dash. What is it? B plus a divided by 2. Now, so that part is not necessary right now. You don't have to consider that part. For the time being, you consider what is mu2 dash. Now, mu2 dash is equal to what? Expectation of x square, which is equal to integral a to b x square f of x. Now, when you integrate this, what will you get? X cube by 3 a to b multiplied by its density function 1 by b minus a. That is equal to, what is the answer that you get? B cube minus a cube divided by 3 into 1 by b minus a. Now, instead of b cube minus a cube, I hope you all know the expansion, things like that. Do you remember? There was something that you have studied in your high school section. So, this is b cube minus a cube, and the answer for b cube minus a cube is b minus a into a square plus ab plus b square divided by, if you don't remember this, please take your textbooks and brush up whatever you have learned in your high school, divided by b minus a in multiplied by 3. Okay, now this is equal to, here you have common terms, so that gets cancelled and you get a square plus ab plus b square divided by 3. Now you have to find out what is mu2. So in order to find out mu2, you can substitute this value over here in the first equation. So when you substitute it, you will undergo a series of, cancelling the terms, joining the terms, etc. So that is a homework for you. You just find out how you can cancel. All these are like elementary things, elementary calculations. So after your so-called elementary calculations, you will get a minus b the whole square divided by 12. Now this is the variance of what? A uniform distribution. Going to learn about the moment generating function of a uniform distribution. So moment generating function is usually represented as MGF, that is MTX is equal to expectation of e raised to tx. So these are the things that you had learned already. Now that is equal to the range a to b e raised to tx. Now what is 1 by b minus a? It is the density function of your uniform distribution in the continuous scenario. Okay, dx, which is equal to 1 by b minus a. I took that outside, integral a to b e raised to tx dx, which is equal to 1 by b minus a e raised to tx divided by t, the whole from the range a to b. Now how can I write this? I took this t also outside, so what will I get? E raised to bt minus e raised to at. So that is equal to e raised to bt minus e raised to at divided by t into b minus a. Now this is the MGF, or moment generating function of your uniform distribution in the continuous scenario. So this is very important, that please don't confuse between this. Whenever you get a question, just look whether it is discrete or continuous, whether your x, the random variable x, is discrete or continuous, and then apply your formula for problem or for questions like these. Okay.